Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. I, Mehak Dhiman, your host for the day, would like to welcome you all. Ed Talks, a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the day is how can the communication between teachers and the parents improve? And to express her viewpoints on the same, we have with us Mrs. Sunita Dhawan ma'am, Vice Principal of Sanskar Word School, Ghaziabad. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mehak. How are you?
I'm doing good, ma'am. How are you doing? It's so great to have you
I'm
here.
fine. Thank you.
So, ma'am, speaking of the communication and does it need improvement between the parents and the teachers? Do you think there is still a need for a better communication between both of these? And if yes, then why do you think so?
See, ma'am, communication is the base of any good relationship. Relationship between any segment of people. And we are talking about parents and teachers, those who are directly associated with the students and school. Then it is all the more important because it is directly linked with the future of our students. After the pandemic things, situations are totally changed. Every stakeholder is struggling, trying to understand and other stakeholder. Many new challenges related to students handling are surfacing every day. So in this scenario, communication is the only thing which can prepare a platform for better understanding and gap-free understanding among all the stakeholders. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much. Moving on, ma'am, the communication, the better communication, will it help the student in any way?
See, education is something that's always student centric, and they look into the welfare, shape, grooming of students only. So, but can this target be achieved without the involvement of parents, without the involvement of teachers? No. So, communication between all the stakeholders, this is very, very important for the holistic development of any child, right? So, students are always ahead their teachers because they are more into technology, they are getting more exposure, but parents and teachers are somewhere behind them, right? So we need to fill this gap, and the only way which we feel is left is communication thing. Usage of social media, usage of technology, they are broadening the gap between parents and students. I mean their ward,
Yeah.
and teachers and students as well. So better communication means better understanding, better shaping, better guiding, better counseling of the students. So I think this is really a thing to be considered carefully, right?
Absolutely, ma'am. Very well said. Moving on, ma'am, what can the educators do to ensure a better communication from their end?
If you see in the school system, teacher is the one who is immediate, like in touch with the students, and students are always looking up to their teachers. See, these teachers are playing a vital role in this grooming, in this shaping process. So every word of a teacher is directly linked with the perception building, understanding, and personality development of the child. So teachers' impact can make the future of a student in this way. Like
Yeah.
if you remember your time, or if I remember my time, I still remember certain words or certain actions of my teachers. Fear of maths or love for maths. This is all generated by the teacher. So teacher is, somebody who can create never ending impact on the child's life. So teachers are they are the one those who can generate better communication by creating a safe and supportive environment. in the class where students are encouraged to express themselves freely without any fear, without any negative or judged remarks by the teacher. So, teachers can enhance this communication by involving all the students in activity based learning, team building things, by usage of smart classes, by discussion on random and various topics. So, in this way, they are more expressive and communication is flawless. So, teacher is playing a major role in this direction.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving forward, ma'am, what are some of the barriers do you think are there, in the communication between the parents and the educators?
Actually, parents have their own expectations.
Yeah.
And at times, due to current scenario where both the parents are working, they are having very less time to communicate with their own ward actually. I remember one incident which happened recent in my own school. One parent approached some issues of my ward with my with counselor of your school. I said, at least tell me what are the issues. Then she came to me, not communicating well, and he has stopped mixing up with the peer group. He's not even playing in the ground. He says, I don't want anybody in my life. So I said, what has happened? And I called the child also. We had a discussion. Then I got to know that mother in her own venture and father in his own venture, that they are not able to communicate with the child.
Yeah.
They are not even aware what all is going on in the school premises, what all activities are planned. I said that, have you planned the picnic for the child, which is being communicated by the school? They said, no, we are not aware. And then child said, Mama, I told you. So these are the barriers actually where parents are expecting
Yeah.
but not involving. So I think involvement of parents in the education of the ward, in psychological changes in the ward, they should be actually well connected with the teachers as well as with their wards so that they may know the difference between behavior of child in the house and in the school. If this happens, things will be smooth and development of child will be better.
Absolutely, ma'am. Very beautifully explained, ma'am. So, lastly, ma'am, you just mentioned, how can an educator ensure a good relationship between the parents and the teacher? So, in that case, what does, an educator or you, let's say, expect from the parents in that case that you are, ensuring a good relationship from your end? So, what is that you expect from parents?
Actually, education does not end after school.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing process.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk about holistic development, but how to make it real? It can only take place if parents are fully involved. As I just said, parents do expect a lot, but they involve less. Right? So, involvement of parents in child's life, his education, his activities, his psychology, his psychological changes, participation in the school, these all the things are very, very important. Teachers also expect that parents should act as facilitator. Sometimes parents are doing the homework of the child on their own, which we don't relish. Let him do wrong or right. So teachers are expecting the role of a parent as facilitator, not helicopter who's always hovering around the head of the child. So they should check their classwork, their homework, upcoming extracurricular activities, their participation in multiple things in the school. So parents should monitor their progress. At times there are some issues where child is complaining at home, my teacher has said this thing or that thing. And all of a sudden parents' reaction is too quick and they call principal. But in that condition, I think first of all, they should check with the teacher, should listen to her part of story to check whether what is wrong or whether the teacher who has said something has some relevance, isn't it? So parents should keep in touch with the teachers, should develop an environment at home where teachers, rules of school, children are taught discipline. They are taught how to adjust better in the environment, how to focus on their academics, how to meet the deadlines of covering up their work. So I think these things are of utmost importance.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here today. It was lovely, listening to your experiences and viewpoints.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And for all the viewers watching us out, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you, Meg. Have a great day too. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.